Alright guys, we entered Doom 3.3 and this is a push rate for 60% and over. We have been doing Doom 3.1 so far, and I already attacked this node once and had to back down because it was going badly. But yeah, let's get into it. So what I learned from the first node was that yeah, you cannot really try to save your cooldowns too much compared to 3.1, where this node was so easy that you can just avoid using your ultimates and specials to save them for the next one. But in here, it feels like you just have to use them because otherwise you will be getting killed. So let's try this with a bit of a different approach this time. Hopefully they don't kill my Mariah, and they didn't. Perfect. Starting off with the special here, nothing too crazy. And usually I haven't been using my ultimate here, but this time I'm gonna use it because the last try went horribly wrong. So I'm hoping that we can fix that by using a bit more abilities. So yeah, offense up on my level 89, 6 red and 7 yellow Shang-Chi is going to do a lot of damage. 450, 650, 450, 650. There you go. Freaking awesome character. If you don't have him build up for the skill nodes, you should definitely think about that seriously because he's a beast. Alright. I'm definitely not going to be using my abilities here. I'm going to be going with the basic. We have two vulnerables in here as well, so we can turn me to rewind them 2 times. And I think I'm just going to go for the Red Guardian because I think the ping will be getting Sif at least close to dying. And there's a small chance that if I would use this... No, there is not. I'm actually going to be going with the special. I'm pretty sure we can get this back before the next node, and there's just a bit more protection when you have a lot of characters in the field. Alright, so here's the next part, and we definitely want to give these guys slow, even though the ping would be awesome, but I'm gonna be using the ping with this special. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna be saving those and giving her just the slow. Gonna be pinging in here. We could be turn meter rewinding Loki, but I think there's such a small chance for it to work that I'm gonna be doing this instead. I think I want to try and kill Loki before I kill the Hellas, just because we have a chance to actually kill Loki before he gets to use his abilities like this. And I think we are set for the next one. She's about to go first, so I'm focusing on her. Let's see if our abilities are... We have everything on Saren Carter, so that's perfect. Probably should have actually used that basic on the other Hela, but what can you do? Let's give you a defense down. And let's try to turn me to rewind you. Let's try it again. And let's kill her. Alright. So we got everything on Shang-Chi, that's perfect. We got the special for Captain Sam, but the ultimate is 1 turn away. I think we have everything for Kestrel as well. Alrighty-o. So let's check the next node. This is definitely the harder one of these skill nodes. Let's see if I can do it. I actually bought the energy offer for $5 or €5 just because I wanted to do as many nodes as I can and make a video out of it. So that's the reason why I have 75 energy already. Alrighty-o. So in this node, I definitely don't enjoy Silver Samurai. Sorry about that, my charger is busted somehow, so that pop-up comes in on the screen sometimes. So I'm sort of trying to make sure that we get Silver Samurai dead. I'm not too worried about the rest of the characters. They're squishy or not, or they don't do enough damage to actually matter in here. So Silver Surfer is the one that I want to kill. The next one probably would be that Anti-Venom, but since he's so squishy, he usually dies just for the splash damage and the pings and everything, so I'm not too worried about him. Alright, and here comes the next wave, and this is definitely the one that we need to be careful about. I think I'm gonna try and kill this, if possible, with the special. Yes, perfect, because that way we get the retaliation on the minion instead of Kestrel, because that Ghost Rider can definitely kill your Kestrel with the retaliation hit. So our first target should be definitely Ghost Rider, and after that I think it's Deathpool. Other than that, it doesn't really matter, but if you really want to make like the best use out of this node, is to leave the multiple man as the last possible character. And there's a reason for that, because you can use that multiple man to make those clones, and the clones will help you get some turns back and get some abilities back before the next for the boss node. So that's the reason for that. I'm really thinking about using this ultimate, but I think we have to. So I'm just opting for that. Yeah, that worked great. And I'm gonna be using this ultimate on Deathpool. We really want to make sure that she doesn't do any crazy stuff in there. And I'm gonna be starting from this side because we can get defense down on two important characters. Alrighty-o. We're still in sort of a danger zone because there's a lot of characters who have like multiple abilities ready. But I think this is a perfect time to use this special. Get some heals, hopefully get rid of a few debuffs. And that worked, alright. That should be enough for him. And now we're just gonna be making sure that we can kill that Deathpool before she takes a turn. I don't really care about the rest of the characters, but we could argue using the basic on someone else, maybe over there, just because we can get the slow and get the maximum benefit out of that by actually targeting the one with the lowest speed bar. Yeah, sorry about that. Gonna be targeting over here again. Let's give you a slow when we can, because we don't have to worry about our Deathpool or Wolverine anyways. So we could have helped them if we wanted to, but we didn't need to, so that's it. We could have used the special over there to get some energy back. I'm not sure, I'm hoping that that's not a mistake that will come back to haunt me. But in here you should definitely like look for ways to get more of those dupes. Like Mariah Hill's basic doesn't do a lot of damage, and the minions of course are doing not that much damage, so you can definitely use those characters to pop up the clones and get as many turns as you can. But as you can see, I'm actually running out of time, and that's mostly because I've been talking at the same time as I've been playing, and of course this is a new node, so, or at least a new difficulty, so it takes a bit more time than usual. But I'm looking for a kill, hopefully in the time frame, and don't have to do it again, but I'm just gonna be doing auto basic, and let's see if that's enough. It's gonna be close. Alright. But anyways, I feel like that still went the way I wanted it to go. So even though we just didn't finish that with the last clone alive, I don't think that really matters. But it's actually interesting to see what we have in here. I think it's going to be like the mercenary guard or whatever. Yeah, exactly. So that's weird, but okay. Okie dokie, that's done. And I wasted 40 energy for the first 2 nodes, so that's bad. But I don't care too much because we have a lot of energy and we have cores to use as well. And looks like my lane buddies are gracious enough to leave the boss node for me. So let's go for the boss node. I think this was one of the easiest boss nodes. Usually there's not a lot of problems, but like I said, we've been doing like 3.1 so far, so there's always chances that these can go wrong. I'm not quite sure about Stripe. Does he get the enormous resistance boost when he has like a counter or when he has a taunt? I'm not quite sure, so that's why I used the special instead of the ultimate, because maybe he gets it with the taunt. I would really love to use that ultimate in here, but the problem is that I would probably drop Doom below 50%, and that would mean that he would go off, so I'm opting not to do that. I'm actually using these specials instead, these basics instead, just to make sure that... shit. This is so close. I'm really hoping that you don't drop below 50%. He didn't. Perfect. Alright. Okie dokie. So let's see. We definitely want to give you and hopefully Emma defense down. We couldn't. Okay. Alright, Kestrel is one of the worst. Excuse me, what did you actually say that your cloned Kestrel killed my 6 red 7 yellow Kestrel with the ultimate? Cause far out, man. That's something. Alright, let's see if we can get this at least to some point where it's easy to finish. Okie dokie. I'm not sure if we can kill him before the next turn that he gets, so I'm opting to go that way. Alright, and I really want to get that speed down away from my what's his name? Captain Sam. Just to make sure that we can get that taunt up and hopefully save our characters. Okay, so we have a few options here. We could just go crazy and like do the defense down from here and hopefully kill that. I'm actually doing that. Yeah, because the Mr. Sinister was close to dying, so I thought that I could actually kill him. And that should be enough for him, for her. Let's give you a slow. Let's kill you before you get to do anything crazy. And that should be enough for that node. So we lost Kestrel. Feels like maybe the normal clone rules don't apply on the AI controlled Mr. Sinisters, because that was shitloads of damage out of a cloned Kestrel. But I guess what can I do about it? Maybe play it back. Maybe I had a like defense down or something. I can't remember, but yeah. All right, so now it's definitely one of the times where my roster is really put into a test. So here's my Web Warriors, and yeah, we have loads of raiders and one striker and Miles. They're over 1 million power. I think everyone except for Miles is level 89, and I have a humongous Ghost Spider with 700 stars. So this is quite a good team, but you never know when you go in the higher difficulties with these ones. So I'm hoping I can clear this easily, but I'm prepared to use some heals if needed. Alright, so I'm going to be starting with the basic and getting rid of that taunt. And I'm not quite sure what to do after this point. I could like spread this around. I could do a ability block on someone. I'm not sure actually who would actually like get the benefit out of the ability block. I don't think there's like too many abilities that I really am scared about. So I think I'm just gonna be spreading these around. At least we get that to a few characters and we get rid of those pesky evades. We can most likely, let me think. This special is something that I probably should have done from the right side to get like all of the 3 characters that had the defense down. The special is something that I really don't care too much from Spider-Punk. It's like a good damage source, but like there's no control in it or anything like any abilities that actually matter. So for that reason, I use it when I'm in doubt of what I should be doing. I actually think that Scarlet Spider is the most important target in here. So if we can like control him, that's perfect, because you really don't want him to get to his ultimate, because that ultimate will wreck you, and I really mean that. Other than that, I don't think you should be too worried about Ultron. Of course, he's an awesome character, but he really doesn't do much against this team. We have like evades on all the characters at the moment, so I could be using the ultimate here just to make sure that they don't get the buffs, but I'm not sure if it matters. Like, there you go. Like, they did what they could, and it was found lacking. Let's get rid of those buffs, and alright, so okay. He's getting sort of a revenge on me. Trying to prove a point, trying to make himself relevant again, but nah, seriously bro, nope, you're not. I really hope that they make some sort of a rework on him in the near future, because I really like Ultron. He's like a super cool character and has like cool unique abilities, and because he's one of like the bosses of the Dark Dimension, sort of think that he should have like a bigger impact on the game, even like nowadays. Alright, so first node down. Let's go on the second node. I have to heal up my Miles Morales, and from what I've heard, this node most likely needs to be 2-shot at 3.3 and beyond. And the goal is to go in and kill as many mutant characters as you can, wait for the Phoenix to drop, and hopefully kill the Phoenix, and once the Dark Phoenix lands, you just back out and quit the node. And when you go back, of course, Dark Phoenix is gone, so you don't have to worry about her, and it should be easy from there. So what I do in here usually is doing the special to turn meter rewind and slow, and then insult to injury is to do that ability block on him as well. So he's sort of like in check right now. We don't have to worry about him. He will most likely die, I think, with the splash damage, and we need to guide the damage a bit into him, but it feels like he will most likely die quite soon. And other than that, we want to kill Phoenix. We want to kill Jubilee, and we want to kill whatchamacallit, the lady that just died on the right bottom corner. Anyways, yeah. So other than that, we're just do we actually want to use this ultimate? Most likely not. So I'm again in the point where I'm just thinking about using my special, and I think I'm gonna be doing that. And I'm gonna be starting from here just to get the damage to Beast and hopefully the Jubilee as well. Didn't quite reach Jubilee, but almost. But we got a lot of characters close to dying or dead. So, I think we still want to use the special just to hit that Jubilee. Okie dokie, now we need to make sure that we don't actually drop Jubilee below 50% before we get that disrupt on Colossus, and that might be out of our hands because I think Jubilee is about to take a turn, and if we retaliate, well, actually she has the barrier as well. So alright, okay, so we're actually in a bit of a trouble because I'm just really hoping that this lands on Colossus, and it did. That's good. And he's doing the ultimate, and that doesn't matter too much. We're gonna be stunning her. We're gonna be continuing on Beast. You're never gonna take a second turn because I just told everyone that we're not supposed to be like too worried about you after the first two abilities. So that was my mistake. So yeah, it feels like in 3.3 like everything is a threat and you should be taking it a bit more seriously than I did. Please don't kill my characters. That's a lot of damage. Stop doing that. I think we want to kill actually there's Jubilee as well doing the special in just a second. So I think I want to do this to slow her down. Let's hope we have something to control her. Well, that's not helping. Let me think. This will for sure not kill her. Getting her below 50% would trigger the taunt, so we probably want to go over here. Sort of sucks, but yeah, we didn't actually get him down, so that's a problem. So let's start killing these guys around. Like this most likely will be she's about to do the ultimate next, so I don't have to worry about her, I think. So yeah, let's just start to kill these guys around Phoenix and company. And if it starts to look like too hairy, then I'm gonna be dropping out and going with the full team. Yeah, that Jubilee is sort of super annoying, but I can't risk like getting behind that taunt from Colossus. They're really going for my Ghost Spider, and that sucks. But sort of like yeah, I didn't get to kill that Phoenix. We timed out mostly because I was just like not sure what to do at what point, and I haven't been like even practicing on these two shots, so no idea how they work. Of course, I know the principles, but other than that, yeah. But I think we can clean this up with this, so it's not gonna be a huge problem. But of course, could have done it more cleanly. It wasn't too like far away from one shotting, but definitely should have played a lot faster. But all in all, it didn't feel too bad, which is nice. Alrighty, so we have the Deathpool now in the field as well. Definitely one of the characters that I really don't enjoy in here. I want to spread around those slows and defense down and everything to everyone, because that's gonna be helping a lot. Sorry about that again. Do we have a chance to actually clean that? Most likely not. There's the taunt, which I don't enjoy. Actually don't want to drop that Phoenix right now, because we're still stuck behind the taunt. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the basic. Basic. Okie dokie. Now we just want to have like more AoEs to actually kill her. This won't be stopping, so that slow should be helping a bit. Alright. This basic should be helping a bit as well. That's good. And now Colossus is dead, so we have a lot easier time. So let's get rid of that Deathpool. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go over there. Hopefully that's not... Yeah. We lost one character, but what can you do? Slow in there. Basic over there. Basic over there. Let's keep on the basics. Hopefully you do not have the special ready. That's good. Alright. And we are set for the boss node. Okie dokie. And the boss node is a lot easier than the second node, which is weird, but that's how they roll. But definitely gonna go for that as well. Freaking charger. Yeah, let's bring him up. I think we can manage with the Ghost Spider. So let's go with this one. Alright. And let's see. So what I can tell from this node, there's of course like the point where you should be super careful is when Icarus lands. You want to make sure that you kill Icarus before, or somehow control him before Cersei lands. And if you can't do that, you might be in trouble. But this first wave is not as scary as it might seem. It's actually quite manageable, because Silver Surfer doesn't actually do much in here. Even though it feels like you must be joking. But we have such, like so many evades and everything that usually he doesn't do much. We didn't clear the immunity from him, so that's sort of nasty. I think we could just spread these around to everyone. The important abilities that you should be having is the special from Miles Morales to turn me to rewind the Icarus, and the stun from Spider-Man to make sure that you can stun him. And of course the ultimate from Punk, because you can get the trauma, and that trauma will be helping you to keep those on him even if you drop him below 50%. Alrighty, so let's give you a slow. Hopefully something else as well, but couldn't. Let's clear away a few of those. I think I'm ready to kill you before you actually take a turn, and we don't want to drop anyone now. We want to be sure that we can actually do our abilities on Icarus right away when he lands, and the ones that we want to have is Spider-Man, Miles, Punk. Let's give you a blind. Well, I guess my 7 restore is not enough for that. Okie dokie, 10. Let's at least clear away those. Alright, so we can't clear anything or land anything, which is sort of annoying, but I guess we have to live with that. I'm just gonna go with the basic. I really like the basic a lot more than maybe I should be. I don't want you to heal up or taunt. And I think you guys deserve to have the defense. What the hell, like, nothing is landing at the moment. Like, what's going on in here? This is like super weird. Alright, well, anyways. Because they're not landing, I just want to make sure that something lands on Icarus. So I'm gonna go with the special on him. Gonna go with the special on him again. Just gonna freaking do everything I can to make sure that he doesn't get a turn. Please land. Alright. So there's one turn. And now we still have to make sure that he actually dies before the next wave. And this should not be dropping Cersei just yet, so we have still time to kill him. I'm just like doing everything I can to actually kill him. So all the abilities on him. This I have to use on Call Obsidian, just to make sure that he doesn't get the taunt, which actually, yeah, he clears, so wasted, sort of. But all in all, again, I'm wasting time like speaking and talking and thinking about this instead of just playing. And the good news is that this node is still quite easy. So if you know what you're doing, you should have no trouble actually getting this node down. And Lone Cersei is like not a character that I'm too worried about. But Cersei and Icarus together is like a nightmare, which obviously everyone knows. But yeah, I think that was one-shotable. We just messed it a bit by thinking about it too much. But yeah, we're just going in and clearing that up. I don't think we need to even heal that Scarlet Spider. And yeah, let's still give you a slow. Or not. Let's definitely spread those around if we actually can land them. Let's try to give you a slow again. Offense down. Ah, there's the slow, thank you. And there we go. Let's try to land this on you, and it landed perfect. I don't even know what I'm doing here. It doesn't matter because you cannot use these characters in the later nodes anyway, so I'm just gonna be smashing buttons and hoping that this node is done. in the next few seconds, as it is. Alrighty, first 2 lanes done. Then for the interesting one, which is tech. And yes, I have the Bionic Avengers pretty well built up, but let's see how they do in here. Okie dokie. Here you can see my Bionic Avengers. They're level 88. They don't have too many stars on the new characters, and not too many red stars either, but they have been doing quite well in 3.1. But let's see if we can actually do this on 3.3. And if you didn't know, please put your Hulk poster in the right side when you're looking at the team, like I did on mine, and Viv Vision anywhere else. There's a bug in this game, sort of a bug, that the taunting and the passives are not working as intended if they are in different places. You need to have your Hulk poster more left than your Viv Vision, if that makes sense. Alright, so here we go. Everything's looking good. Definitely gonna use that ultimate to get that speed up. This team's like weak point is speed, so that ultimate is even more useful than would probably seem. And just because of that, because these are not too fast characters. Let's actually give that ability block to Wong, making sure that we don't actually we don't get behind that nasty taunt. When you're using your Hulk poster, remember that if you're using him as a striker, as you should, it's a good idea to actually hit targets with the vulnerable, just to get that ISO 8 attack and more of those more of those triggers from the basic, which are the barrier, defense up, and deflect. So you get more of those when you hit the vulnerable targets. Alright. Bro, I think this is going to come back to me, so I'm just gonna go with this. That might have been a mistake, but we shall see. I'm not sure if I want to use that. Pretty sure I can use the special if I want to. Let's try to kill her before she takes a turn. Because that actually, I'm actually using that special on her. Because that ability is actually quite powerful. I don't think I'm going to be using the special, even though it's sort of tempting to use it, because we have a lot of debuffs on the field. But we want to have some of these abilities ready for the next node, so I'm just saving a bit. But I would say that in general this team definitely doesn't need as many abilities ready as some other teams. It sort of works in the same way as Web Warriors, because you can get a lot of energy back. Alright, so there goes our Iron Man, which is sort of weird, but okay. Okie dokie. And let's get some more barrier. I'm gonna be saving those. Actually, I should probably hit Wong. Yeah. think he's doing basic anyway, so we can go over here. Just make sure that magic dies before she takes a turn. She actually can do some damage, so... Okie dokie, we lost our Iron Man, so definitely not... I'm not gonna be autoing this node. They are not easy. We're gonna be spending some energy refreshes in here. But this is for science. Alright, next node. Let's see. Pretty sure we should have like all the valuable abilities ready for this one. Please hit someone with immunity. And you did. And okay, well that's a good luck. Alright. So definitely gonna be using this special. There's the offense ups. Definitely gonna be using this turn meter rewind. I really don't enjoy your slows. Like I said, slows to me are the kryptonite of this team. They are already quite slow, so you really don't want to have slows in your teams on top of that. So for that reason I value targets that give slow a lot more than maybe some other players. Okie dokie. Yeah, let's just go with that. The ability block on him will be doing something. Going to be crazy impactful, but better than nothing. Definitely gonna be doing this one. Actually, that's a mistake. I should have done it on. Shang-Chi, sorry, T'Challa instead, because then I would have had two on the right targets on T'Challa and Shang-Chi. Now we wasted that on Iceman. So yeah, lesson learned. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna go over here, and you can actually do that slow on the basic as well. So for that reason, let's just take him out before he can do any more slows than it's needed. We still got 9 more characters to kill, so I'm using this special. Sorry, this ultimate. Let's kill you. 7 more targets. Yeah, I'm gonna be using this special. I think we can get it back. Remember, these guys are getting a lot of energy. You shouldn't be like playing too carefully and saving your abilities because of exactly that reason. Yeah, let's go over here. I'm not gonna be wasting the ultimate because that's something that I really want to save for the next node. Let's do the defense down on him, and I think that ability block would be helping me at all with that, so that's the reason I opted to go that way. Those extra hits didn't kill T'Challa, which is sort of bad, but I don't think it matters too much. Freaking slows as what? Alright. Well, we can see that the individual damage from certain characters is insanely high. So now we're in a pickle because we got slows and they don't. So they're hitting like crazy. We definitely want to kill that Zemo ASAP. Let's actually hit you now because you're about to take a turn. The same goes for the soldier. And we're good on ability energy, but we are really low on health and we lost our Hulkbuster. Don't think it matters too much, but what I learned from here is this definitely not autoable until you have like 1 million power at least on the Bionic Avengers. It might need even more. But let's go for the boss node. And healing them up. Heal. Thanks. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't take my commands or my pressing of the buttons right away. Feels weird, but happens. Alright, so this is quite straightforward. Nothing crazy going on in here. You want to control the Doom before he does the ultimate. But remember, Doom actually is a threat even without the ultimate. If you have a vulnerable and Doom is about to take a turn, he will one-shot you with the basics. So I'm thinking whether I should be doing the... I'm actually doing this, the ultimate, instead, because I don't want him to take turns. So now I'm doing the ultimate. So there's the special, have that ability block because he's close to dropping below 50% anyways. So we have to do it before that happens. But I really want to kill him before he can do this. Whoop. Luckily I had so much barrier that I didn't die, but I wouldn't count on that. So let's go for the ability block on Jubilee. And that shouldn't be helping you too much. I'm actually going over this side. Again, the same targeting mistake I did before. I should have done it on Beast because we already had one on Doom. But live and learn. Yeah, let's get rid of our debuffs and get some blinds on the board. And I think I just want to do the basic. Hopefully get that defense down on her. Even though the ultimate is like super good, it feels like if you have a deflect, I'm not sure if it's worth it. Let's go over this side. They were all like high on health meter, on turn meter, so I didn't see like any point in actually turn meter rewinding them at that point. But that will most likely change in just a second when we get another turn with him. Alright, so they killed our vision. Deathlock. Yeah, let's just extend these. Turn meter rewind. Doesn't really matter. I think we are in auto territory. So I'm gonna be putting on auto, and all in all, it feels like this is doable. It doesn't feel too hard compared to what we've been doing in 3.1. All of my teams are not in level 89, which is my level at the moment. So I'm feeling confident that you can actually do this at some point, like quite reliably. But all in all, it doesn't feel too bad. I'm feeling confident that we can do this. I'm most likely going to be finishing up my lane for science, mostly because I really want to make sure that all of these are doable and to make some content as well. But yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, you know the deal. And if you have any questions, any comments, any criticism of my sloppy play or anything, please let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to answer. But do remember, when you're playing and you're doing content at the same time, you might do some small mistakes that you wouldn't do otherwise. It's just natural when you're trying to explain and like having your attention in two things at the same time. So give me some slack. But yeah, definitely if you notice something like super strange, let me know. I'm always happy to answer. Alrighty, yo. Hope you enjoy this. See you on the next one. Bye.